What's up, beautiful people? I'm Brodie from Boston, and today we're going to be talking about Survivor, Season 40, and this was the finale. Absolutely epic, epic episode. Epic episode. So yeah, the name of the episode is It All Boils Down to This, and you got the start off of the whole entire episode with Jeff Probst in his garage with a completely home Bob the Builder put together Lego set of tribal council that he did with his family. I guess that's what I thought. But so yeah, he put together a tribal council and everything was recorded with, like, why couldn't they get him a microphone? Like, this microphone right here cost me like $200, and if you guys like the quality of the microphone, it's not that big of a deal to get one for Jeff Probst. I mean, I don't think you guys should be using AirPods, even though AirPods are quality. And I do have AirPods, but they're around here somewhere. I got the new AirPod Pros, and they're pretty sick, but the microphone in them is kind of trash. So I don't know why that they would use on this multi-million-dollar franchise, and winner of the game gets $2 million, but Jeff Probst gets the fucking $50 mic. And it just makes the quality of the whole entire thing like shitty. So I'm bitter about this because this isn't the first time I've seen this. I've seen this with Talking Dead, with Chris Hardwick during this whole quarantine thing, and they all tried to do it with earpods on, and the quality is just trash. I just absolutely hate it, and I can't even really watch it. That's how bad it is. But hopefully they get this input, and then they'll be able to make a change and maybe purchase some Blue Yeti mics. If any of you guys like Blue Yeti mics, I'm going to make a link in the description, and you'll be able to purchase it. And it makes me a little bit of money, so thank you. And it helps support the channel, so I make awesome content for you guys. Now back to the episode. Starts off with Jeff Probst doing that. Alright, now let's just cover this whole season so far. This whole season was such a beautiful picture painted by the best artist you've ever married. That was weird. But yeah, so you got 20 players, you got Edge of Extinction, you got $2 million, and you got fire tokens. That's kind of like the elements of the season, and there's probably a lot more that I didn't even mention. But so that's that, okay? Now the final players, the final 5 players you got is Tony, Sarah, Michelle, Denise, Ben. And then who comes back? Natalie. Dude. Okay, EOE battle back. Let's go. We got fences, we got obstacles, we got posts, we got digging. This is like an epic Survivor challenge like you've always seen so far. You know what I'm saying? And then you got to land both balls and then win. Natalie, you know, she with her 3 advantages, I thought she would be doing a lot better, but it comes down that no, she maybe Survivor just wanted to make it fair. They threw her in a couple extra fucking knots or something. Nah, I don't think they'd do that, but you never know. Alright, we got Natalie, Yul, Parvati, Wendell, all of them out in front. Wendell, he's first to the maze, Rob's in second, Yul's in third, Sophie's in fourth, Natalie wins. The speeches were so moving in that particular scene. Okay, we had people crying and talking about their journeys, and Kim's was absolutely amazing. This game is just so unbelievable. First person day out to now final 6, and that's pretty tight. Once Natalie gets back, she does a great move. She throws Tony's name out, and nobody can really validate this because we don't have a fact check, so there's no way for anybody to prove that it's true. So Tony's got a huge target on his back, and that's exactly what she wanted to happen, and it actually was a pretty smart move, you know. Yeah, that was one of Natalie's best moves because it caused a lot of chaos towards the end of the game, but you know, sadly it didn't really work out. Okay, so now the immunity challenge. And we're moving fast. This episode was so freaking long, so let's just cover it. We got races, we got obstacles, you gotta collect bags, climb a tower, freaking launch down a slide 3 times, use pieces to solve a 3-tier puzzle, no advantages. Michelle struggling on the balance beam. But don't let her fool you. She struggles in every freaking challenge, but then she just comes up in the end and bites you in the ass. That's kind of how Michelle fucking works. She's on fire. Everyone lost, everybody's gonna lose to Michelle because she's done this puzzle before. It's like a 3-tier puzzle where you got different size little blocks, and then you need to make sure they all line up so you can put a ring on top and then do your next tier. It's pretty cool. But Michelle, it was just absolutely crazy. Yeah, this is her second immunity win in the last 2 to 3 episodes, and she crushed it. She was so far behind, like, even Jeff was like, damn, Michelle's out of this. She's falling out of this for sure. And no, she comes back and wins. So that was absolutely beautiful and amazing. It was beautiful and amazing, and I was rooting for you at that particular moment. I was absolutely head over heels for you, and I was rooting for you. So now after that whole immunity challenge, where does that leave us? Now it leaves us on Koru Day 36. And Sarah is adamant that Natalie does not have an idol, but Tony is completely the opposite. He knows that she's got something up her sleeve, and it's getting hot out, and she's about to take that shirt off and whip it out. Yeah, Sarah's making a dumb move right here. At least hear Tony out for what he has to say, Alright, and then this new TV show called Tough as Nails. It's like a CBS new show. It comes out Wednesday, July 8th, and it's super cool. It's like about like hard-working, normal day people, and they do cool challenges, and I'm a carpenter, so I was all about it. If you guys are interested, who knows, I might shoot a couple episodes about it. Maybe we can chat about it, because there's really nothing else going on. Sarah's speech at this whole double standard girl boy genetic gender bias, I don't know, I'm not fucking loving it. It's just, any super fan out there knows that you're not a super fan unless you like both sexes. Or you're not a Survivor fan unless you like both sexes. You can't just only like guy players, or it's just so dumb. Like, a super fan appreciates anybody for good gameplay. It doesn't matter about your skin color. It doesn't matter about anything about you. It's all about what you have inside your heart and inside your brain, and how well you can maneuver throughout this game. I think I put that pretty well. So yeah, that's that. So we're at Tribal Council, and this is where Sarah's speech comes out about the whole double standard thing. Like, Natalie, she plays her idol. Tony knew it was coming, so he plays his idol. Ben plays his idol. Now who's the last two? Which Tony didn't want this to happen. He's like, Sarah, I don't want to see you go home. And Sarah, she's like, I'm 100%. He's like, okay, you're 100%. I'll go with you. So this is such a confusing Tribal Council. Ben, he plays that idol. He goes, my wife keeps putting something in my boot, Jeff, and I'm getting sick of it. And if you don't know what he's referring to, that's the idol. His wife helps him find idols, and she's not even in the game. Alright, so votes come down to Natalie, Ben, and Sarah. But Sarah didn't get any votes. It was like Natalie, 4 votes, Ben, 2 votes. And that means there's going to be a revote. And the revote... Alright, so the revote makes Natalie, Ben, Tony safe. And Denise and Sarah tie. No, Denise and Sarah on the block, and if they tie, they go to a fire making challenge. And the fire making challenge gives you all different materials, gives you a flint, gives you a machete. You have to build a fire that is strong enough to cut through a rope and zing up your flag. And that's basically the fire. And then basically you stay in the game, and you're able to win the $2 million, or at least compete for the $2 million. So this revote comes down to Denise getting 3 votes, and she is gone. Koru Night 36. Tony Midnight Special, baby. And this is one of my favorite. This is why I fell in love with Survivor. Because, like, back when Survivor Kagiyan was on, this was, like, such a huge part of my life. I was such a young kid. Like, I wasn't a young... I don't know. I remember exactly how young I was, but I remember watching it, and I felt young. And just watching him run through the woods was just amazing. Like, Spencer, too. Like, that's the whole Spencer. Like, he was one of my favorite players ever when I was watching when I was a little kid, was Spencer. I just fell in love with that freaking game right at that moment, and just became a super fan and watched every single season. Tony Midnight search special, search party, idol, whatever. So he does an amazing trick that I have never seen before in Survivor, or at least they didn't show it to me. This trick was he got a couple of coals and he puts it inside a seashell, and he brings that seashell into the woods, and therefore he starts looking for idols. He starts making bigger fires. He's making torches, and he's searching. And I don't know. Yeah, he doesn't find anything, and now it's starting to become daytime, and he's been searching all night long, and everybody else is up, and who fucking finds it? None other than the island herself, Natalie. I think by far she is the most dominant female player to have ever graced this game. She's beautiful, she's smart, and she's so physically strong and fast. It's just a dangerous combination. You can't really mess with her. Like, the first time I seen her and her sister, I didn't think they were going to be like that. And she is an absolute monster. Okay. Now we go to immunity. And the immunity, Michelle. Alright, let's just talk about the immunity challenge. You got race, you got obstacles, you got keys to unlock sandbags, and then land both of your sandbags, and get in the final freaking four. Ben, Natalie, Sarah get their bags first. Then Ben, Tony comes down to them basically for the last part of the challenge, and it's just like up to them. They keep getting on the thing, and then it falls off. So what you got to do to actually win the game is you got these bags, and you want to kind of like, if you guys ever remember like that old drinking game with like your family back in the backyard during like Christmas or Easter or whatever, I don't know, but we would do it with my family. It's like a game like cornhole, that's what it's called, and you got a little box, and then in the box you got a hole, and you stand like 15-20 feet away, and you throw your cornholes into the cornhole and then you eat a corn dog while playing cornhole while drinking cornmeal. Yeah, so like me and my big cousin, like he's one of my favorite big cousins, and I've always looked up to him my whole life. The way he throws it is just so amazing, and I've always wanted to throw it like him, but it's like, so instead of throwing it like a normal softball player, he pinches the top, alright? And he puts his arm nice and straight. And then he bends his knees, arches his back, and like a swan, and it goes right in the hole every freaking time. And then talk about my uncle, dude, during Christmas, this fool freaking does it. Literally, so we all took a couple hits of a fine joint. And then we went outside and we were playing, like, so during Christmas time, we always go crazy. And we were playing golf, and my Uncle Jeff we missed this golf putting shot about 50 times, and we were just laughing our heads off, having so much fun. And my Uncle Jeff comes out, rips the joint real quick, and gets the ball in the first shot. It's just amazing. Okay, so yeah, Michelle is on a freaking roll, dude. Her back's against the wall, and she just keeps dubbing stuff alive. So she has 2 immunity wins right now, but going into this one, it's not gonna be her. I'm sorry, she's not gonna be able to beat them. But Tony clutches it and does not let go. That game on commercial, that's something I'm probably definitely covering. And let's look at the time frame on that. That's going to be May 27th on CBS. Why is Tony so good? That's something I wrote down. I'd love to know. Anybody commenting, give me your opinion on why Tony's so good. His mind is just always running rampant, thinking people have idols, spy shacks, tribal count. Alright, now moving into tribal council. Sarah says to Jeff, listen Jeff, it's Lucina, okay? It's Lucina. That's my last name. That's what I want. And if I'm looking down or whatever, I'm reading my notes. Cause who do you think I'm what do you think I'm freaking, you know? I'm not that. I can't remember all that. So yeah, Jeff, it's Lucina. Will she vote Ben? So yeah, going into this tribal council, we had this super emotional moment where Ben and Sarah had a conversation, and he basically gives her permission. That's what he says. I give you permission to write my name down so you can make a move against Tony without Tony knowing, and you better win that $1 million. And it actually made him tear up. And I almost teared up because it was just like you see how much of a Marine he is. Like I said in one of the last episodes, this dude goes down with his family, and this is it. He's like, I give you permission to leave me behind if things get rough. And that's such a beautiful thing because you don't want to take your family down with you. And he's considering Sarah as one of his family members. So, what a beautiful moment. And Ben, I thank you so much for your service in the military. I thank anybody for any of their service in any type of military or Marine or whatever you guys do. Me and I speak for a lot of other people. We thank you guys so much, and it means a lot to us. In any way that I can give back to you, just let me know, brother. I'd love to help you out. Or anybody else. Anybody else struggling, freaking Marine, or just hit me up. I'd like to know how I can help. Oh shit, now it's the last immunity challenge, and I don't even have to look down to talk to you about how cool this one is. This is one of, by far, the most favorite of my challenges ever. And it's because I played shortstop and second base almost my entire life, and the hand-eye coordination that I possess is something unlike anything. Yeah, it's just average, but I feel like I do very strong at this game. So what you gotta do is you got these nice little balls, and they look like nice heavy balls, okay? You grab them things, and you put them down your slot, and your slot will go all the way down like a maze, and it'll go in a circle, and then it will go back down, and then it will flip. And then there's a little device that every time the ball goes by it, it flips it. So let's say the device is going like this. So the ball will come down here, and it'll go like this, and then the device will be like that, and then the ball will go down this time. So it switches every time, and then you got to add multiple balls. A lot of the people are dropping it fast. Like Tony, he's on his knees. I thought that was going to be a great strategy. Kind of wasn't. But it comes down to the two females left. And Michelle's done this before. And she's done it before. And Natalie, she's doing great. Natalie's making some really great saves, but she ends up clutching it and winning the game. It was super cool. And good for you, Nat. Very dominant performance so far. Okay, final tribal. Natalie brings Michelle. Cops Are Us versus Cops Are Us in a fire-making challenge. Tony Blue, Sarah Red, salute, and let's get it on. Sarah almost beats Tony, but nope. Tony freaking wins, and I'm gonna give you something real quick. The whole entire jury freaking stood up like it was freaking Eminem's last song he's ever freaking gonna sing, and started clapping. So that might tell you exactly where the jury lies on their votes. It's pretty sucky because like they shouldn't be that hard on Tony's train. Like they stood up and cheered like it was their child's freaking first football game. And he's playing. Go! The last 5 games he's been sitting out because this, and now he's playing. So, go, Jimmy, go! Yeah! Just being a nice parent, you know. Just being a great freaking parent. Yeah, it was such a cool moment. All right, day 39, breakfast. Final tribal council, pouring rain on these survivors. You think survivors over at day 39, all you gotta do is just sit down and talk? No. This shit's pouring rain. You got Tony shivering like a little fucking leaf. And it's just gnarly. This game, I'll remind you, it's for $2 million. And the 3 categories that you're going to be judged on is going to be outwit, outplay, and outlast. And how come every time Rob speaks, it makes it seem like he's talking to a little child? Is there any reason for that? I feel like every time Boston Rob speaks, he's like, talks so slow to you, and he like talks to you like you're a fucking little child. And I'm just sick of it. Like, dude, we get it. You think you're Mr. fucking Island of the Idols, but you're just a washed up fat Boston Rob who sat on an island for 40 days, came on freaking season 40 Winners at War, and you died before the merge. So, just get a grip, man. I mean, just lay it down. Don't come back. That's just Just don't come back. Amber, you can come back anytime. I think you're amazing. But yeah, Rob, man, you're trying to do freaking buddy system again. This is season 40, winners at war. Do you think the fans want to see buddy system? You're sadly mistaken. You're sadly mistaken. Sadly fucking mistaken. Dude, go fucking pick up a fucking cracker off the ground, you dumb motherfucker. Go pick up a fucking cracker off the ground and eat it. 5-second rule. I actually used to be like super big fan of yours too. Like back in the day when I was like growing up watching Survivor, Boston Rob, I was like a fangirl of him because I'm from Boston. You know, he's a carpenter or he was a construction worker or whatever, and I just found immediate connection to him because how well he did at the challenges and how dominant he was in his performances. Yeah. Okay, so now we're starting with the outwit portion of the thing, and Rob, just this question he asked, it was just so annoying. Tony, getting called out for being for his shady gameplay, meaning, yeah, you voted us out. You said you wanted to go to the end. Why are you scared of us? Why did you go back on your word? But hey, you know what Wendell says? Tony got 0 votes. I don't know how accurate that was, but for him to say it, it must be fucking accurate. Must be fucking accurate. Tony reveals his spy shack, and people, how the hell did Adam know about? Because Sarah was in the Sarah told him. Sarah told him about the spy shack 100%. I was like, how the hell did Adam know about the spy shack? But Sarah, that makes sense. Now we're getting into the outplay part of the portion. Natalie, she missed a huge move, and Boston Rob brought this up. Natalie, why didn't you take the advantage of beating Tony? You said he's the biggest threat. And she's just like, I wanted to see the end of the alliance that was trying to get me out so far from the edge. I was so rooting for her to make that move. Like, you would think that when Chris won that Edge of Extinction fire making challenge, he came back and beat Devins, or you would think that she would pull the same move for $2 million, and then, like, you would think that, okay, she's been out of the game for so long. Yes, she has played a very strong and dominant game from the edge, but come on, you're on the edge, you got voted out day 2, and now you're back. It's just lame. Everybody on the jury wishes that was them, and then if it was them, they would probably have made the boss move of trying to go against Tony and win the $1 million. So you kind of you shot the rocket so far off the ground, but then right before the moon, you ran out of gas, and now you're just stuck in orbit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could have finished and got to the moon, and then you could have been the first person to take a shit on the moon. I'm sorry, but you weren't. You didn't. Okay, so that's that. Last part of the final tribal council. Michelle, 15 to 18 tribal councils. She's been to 15 out of 18 tribal councils. Michelle is a great player, and I think she should have came in second over Natalie because how much she was on the bottom and how much heart she has. I would love to see Michelle again. Please, let's bring back Michelle. Listen, people in the comments, I want you to write down if you guys like Michelle. If you guys just think she's an amazing, smart player, just write it down, because I'd love to know. Because I think she is. Tony, he's also amazing. Alright, listen. Michelle, she's a great player. Tony, he's amazing. Natalie, she's a superhero. She's a superhero. But Tony, he's just brilliant. He's just brilliant in Survivor. Anywhere else, Tony, you would just say he's got the average IQ, the average smarts, the average education. But in Survivor, he started out at such a high level. He was in like AP classes, and now he's in college, and now this motherfucker's in grad school. He's just too smart in Survivor IQ, and that can bring you a lot of luck so far. $2 million. Let's go down to the votes. Yeah, and then Let's go down to the votes. Okay, we'll read the votes. This is what we all came down for. Now Jeff sets up the stage. He calls them up on FaceTime, video chat, and you got their families there. You got Natalie's boyfriend, you got Tony's kids and his wife, and all of them are beautiful. And then you got Michelle and her whoa smoke show of her sister, huh? But with respect, with much respect. I don't ever disrespect females or anything they do. I think females are great and they are very superior to men. Okay, men, they just keep fucking hitting their head off the side of the cave, and females would be like, hey, just don't do that, okay? You're gonna get a headache. Okay, so now we come down to the votes. We're gonna break it up into 3 sections. You got Natalie, you got Tony, and you got Michelle. And then you got Jeff Probst, who looks like the fucking president of the United States. Natalie breaks out very fast with like 2 or 3 votes, and Tony gets 2 or 3 votes, and Natalie gets one more, then Tony gets one more, and then Tony starts pulling away like a fuck. Okay, you know when you're in like a car race, and then your cars are like very even out front, but then once you hit like that second gear, like right at the end of second gear, and then just their car just has way more pull in second gear, and it just takes off. It's just boom, like you guys are just slowly separating. And yeah, you need nitrous to catch that motherfucker. Tony starts catching away, and it comes down to like 9 votes for Tony and 4 votes. Who voted for Natalie? Let's talk about that. We got Ethan, Parvati, Jeremy, and Tyson voted for Natalie. Whoa. Tyson, that's a little obvious. Natalie fucking supported that dude like she was his sugar mom. And Nyson was just, milk, mommy, milk. Now they probably got a very good friendship. And that's basically it for the episode. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope this actually brought some brightness into your life and some positivity, because that's all I'm trying to do. I was punched in the head, and that's all I'm trying to do is just pass on this punch of positivity and hopefully brighten up your day. And do not, I repeat, there is going to be plenty of more content coming out. Let's just talk about what we got coming out. So we're going to talk about some of these Survivor gameplays, and who knows, maybe I will just try to get one of them to join one of the chats, because if they do, I would melt into a puddle of goo into my shoe, and then develop some mold, and then have to throw the shoe out. But if they do, that would make my day. Anyone. I'm talking about I can get Danny Boatwright, okay? And I'd still like to talk to her pretty little face, okay? But that's that. So yeah, we're going to be breaking down some Survivor games from beginning to end. And this doesn't just have to be season 40. We can go full Russell Hantz. We can go full picking all players from different gameplays or different seasons. We can pick them all and then see how it works. But yes, and then also I got challenge videos. So if you guys like MTV's The Challenge Season 35 Total Madness, this season is absolutely gnarbuckles, and it's going pretty cool so far. If you guys like that, I absolutely cover it. I make some very funny recaps and other videos, and then I'm going to be making more Survivor, and then check out other content videos and comedy. And then if you guys are gamers, I stream Fortnite and Warzone. I'm going to start getting into it probably at least 4 times a week, but I haven't really developed a schedule, so right now I'm just trying to fit it into my schedule. I haven't really did it, but there is plenty of streams. You can follow me on Twitch, and I'm going to start Facebook gaming. So for Twitch gaming, you're going to go to Brodie_from_Boston, or you could just type in Brodie from Boston and you'd be able to find me. If you give me a heart, or you subscribe or follow, it would literally help support my channel. I'm not asking you guys to donate. I would never expect anybody to donate anything to me. But if these videos bring you joy or bring you any type of entertainment or happiness, I would love if you to give me a thumbs up, because it just shows that what I'm doing is working, and I'm pulling it off to a quality level. Okay, that's what I'm going for, is something quality. You can see the background is changing from my first videos. I got cool lights. This is more of like a whole night theme setup, because I've noticed that people find it more less harsh on the eyes, or less harsh to watch. So this night theme is actually helping me, And if you guys have any questions about any of my setup or this Blue Yeti mic or any type of monitors that I have, this 240 hertz monitor that I game on, 240 frames per second. Not when I'm streaming. When I'm streaming, it's down to about 70 frames per second. But when I'm freaking gaming by myself, this thing is running like a fucking banshee. Take that to the bank, bitch. I would never call you a bitch. I respect this audience more than anything. And you guys are the reason why I do this. So sometimes just take my humor for humor and don't take it as so direct, because it's really not. I would never disrespect anyone unless they disrespect me or one of my... That's not even... So listen, if somebody disrespects me, I'm going to take the higher road. You send me a shitty, hateful comment, I'm telling you right now, I'm going to say, man, I hope you have a better day. But hey, I'm Brodie from Boston. If you guys want to subscribe, hit that subscribe button. It'll be right there. Right beside it's going to be that notification bell. You hit that notification bell, you'll never miss when I drop a new video. And then if you guys want to see some of my older videos, they'll be over here. Until next time, I'm Brodie from Boston. Everybody stay positive, stay safe, and stay happy. And I'll be dropping more content, so be ready to pick it up. Have a great day. Thank you so much again.